session in two cases. Cause numbers 23 CCCR 1178. Cause number 23 CCCR 1179. Both cases are style of state of Texas versus Lalea Shea Britt.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Britt, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Ms. Britt?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Britt, you're representing your case by your attorney Alan Parker. Attorney Parker, how are you doing?
Good, Judge, thank you.
That's good. State is represented in this case by attorney Erica Porter. Attorney Porter, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Mr. Parker, what is your announcement in Ms. Britt's cases?
Your Honor, we're asking for a little more time. I think we're gonna be able to resolve this, but I'm talking to the state about an offer. I've got an offer, but I'm trying to get some other things done and possibly fit my fine.
Okay, give us a reset date.
February 7th.
Okay, this case is reset to February 7, 2024. Ms. Britt,
Wow.
your attorney is going to get your reset. Once you get your reset, your attorney, you'll be free to go on your blessed day. Mr. Parker, you'll be free to go on your blessed day. You're okay, thank you. Same to you.
I remember we were all scared about the 2000 computer change. That was 2024.
Yeah.
Weird.
That's any.
The hands on the nose thing.
Mr. Lodge, are you ready on your case, Orville Edwards?
Are you here? Not just yet.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, I'll hold on it.
Just looking for. We haven't had Emily here.
It was a couple of years of time and there was this one. Oh, you moved from 3 to here. He's over in 3. Courtney? Yeah. There. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
So we have to proceed. Next case is cause number 23 CCCR 0402. Case is Solid State of Texas versus Joshua Jamon Thomas. I see he doesn't have no attorney. No, you can come on up.
Just put your hand right there.
He doesn't have an attorney, right? It says the last guy on page 6, Joshua Jamon Thomas. You come on up. Mr. Thomas, your full name is Joshua Jamon Thomas? Jamon?
MOD.
Yeah. How you doing, Mr. Thomas? That's good. Now, Mr. Thomas, I see here on the docket sheet, there's a memo that states you was to hire an attorney. Is that correct? Have you hired your attorney?
No, I talked to, Bryce Kimball, but somebody told me don't go with it. Because they said they said he ain't been.
Well, I don't need to know what they told you. I just need to know,
Oh, no,
had
sir.
you,
I haven't found one yet, sir. I'm still trying to get me one. I'm more than likely, I have one this week because I get paid tomorrow.
so you're gonna have an
Yeah,
attorney this week?
I should have one by tomorrow because I work at Exxon. I get paid tomorrow. So
Okay, let's give him
I'm gonna deal with him with it. So,
okay, that's fine. Let's give him a short reset to hire. He said he can hire one by next week. Okay, you're gonna have to follow her. You have a new case? Yeah. 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 Okay. Next case is cause number 23 CCC Sierra 2105. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Umuja Harmon.
Yes, sir, that's mine.
Harmon, Mr. Hermit, would you please come forward? Mr. Hermit, how do you pronounce your first name?
Emojin.
Omoja?
Yes.
How you doing, Mr. Hermit? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Hermit, you're representing the case by Attorney Blaze Henny. Attorney Henny, how are you doing?
Good, that's what's up.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. And the state is represented in this case by Attorney Andrew Hubel. Attorney Hubel, how are you doing?
You know, just yourself.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Now, Mr. Henny, what is your announcement in Mr. Hermit's case?
Judge, we haven't talked with the state about the case yet, but we're, not ready for trial. Isn't that what we're looking for?
No, I'm just saying if you if you need more time for discovery, negotiation, or I just need it.
I need to speak to them this morning. And
Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, okay, I'll hold on. Now, is your other client here a man?
Judge, my guy, the other client is from Minnesota.
It's a motion.
Right, that's gonna do this.
Oh, that's been dismissed. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. All right, we'll call you back up. Okay. Next case is call number 23CC Ciara 1418. Case is style State of Texas versus Ana Gutierrez Munguia. Ms. Munguia, is your full name, Ana Gutierrez Munguia? Munguia? How you doing, Ms. Munguia?
Good, and you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Ms. Munguia, you representing your case by your attorney, Attorney Jared Gilthorpe. Attorney Gilthorpe, how are you doing?
Doing well, nice to
That's good. And Mr. Gilthorpe, what's your announcement in Ms. Munguia's case?
Good, we applied for pretrial diversion.
Oh, y'all have?
Yes, sir. We haven't got our response back, and so we asked for one reset date.
Okay, what we'll do, I think upcoming sign-up date is in December, but the one after that is in February. So we're gonna reset this case to February.
That'll work. good.
Let's reset it the second week in February, pretrial diversion. You may hear from them by then.
Yeah, if I have an answer, we'll let you know.
Okay.
Thank you, good.
Okay, you get your reset, Ms. Munguia, from your attorney. Once you get your reset, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. And you have a blessed day as well, Mr. Gilthorpe. What date is that? February what?
February 12th.
Okay. Mr. Gilthorpe, that's the case gonna be reset to February 12th. He's walking. It's gonna be reset to February 12th.
Good.
You want us to send it to your office or you gonna?
Now it automatically sends us an email now.
Okay.
But yeah, with the new system,
Oh.
we get automatic email.
Oh, didn't know that.
We didn't know.
Well, that's good.
He thinks they're automatic, and then y'all might.
Well, yeah. Well, that's, This is cause number 23CCCR 0558. Case is filed the state of Texas versus Trayvon Darrell Conley. Mr. Conley, is that your full name?
Yes.
How are you doing, Mr. Conley? Okay, now, Mr. Conley, I see here that your case was reset for you to hire an attorney.
Yes.
Have you hired your attorney?
Yes, sir.
You have?
Yes.
Okay, who did you hire? You hired Ralph Kimberly?
Oh, I just got the number.
Okay, you just, you have a seat in that first chair to the left, I mean, by the wall, and she's gonna give you a reset on your case.
Thank you.
Okay, once you get your reset, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day.
I guess it's with all of
Where that
ours-
came from?
It was sitting over there. All of ours have dollars. So he-
How did it get over here?
$.
You can bring it to him, I mean, it's, next case is cause number M333402. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Jarvis Wayne Ardwine III. Mr. Ardwine is on Zoom. Mr. Ardwine, you could take your mic off of mute.
Yes, sir.
Okay, how you doing, Mr. Ardwine?
Good.
Okay, Mr. Ardwine, you're representing your case by your attorney James Padgett. Attorney Padgett, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Padgett. What is your announcement in Mr. Ardwine's case?
Your Honor, we were prepared to move forward on the case. I got a text this morning from Mr. Ardwine stating that he was ill. He told me he had COVID. I haven't seen any documentation on that. I just told him to please get on Zoom and then the court could address it when we got here.
Okay.
Maybe an hour ago, he texted me.
Okay, so what we'll do, we'll reset the case, but in the meantime, you could get some proof from him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, he hears you now. So, Mr. Ardwine,
That's your next one.
Sir.
Mr. Ardwine,
Sir.
I'm going to need you to provide me with the documentation on your illness. Can you do that today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you make sure Okay, 2 days
Yes, sir.
before 5 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Let's,
Okay,
no,
thank you. I'm
okay,
sorry to take up
okay.
your time, but I don't know if I can get it or not.
That's fine. We'll reset him, give us a reset date of 30 days.
Whatever pleases the court. We're ready to move forward on it.
Yeah. January 3rd.
I'll be here. if the Lord's
Okay,
willing.
and just get that to us.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Ardoin, we
Yes,
pray
sir.
a speedy recovery. Case has been reset. Get that information to your attorney. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir.
All right.
You
And
know, hey, I thought it was gonna be a small miracle if it got done that quick, but I'm always looking for a miracle.
yeah, yeah.
Always looking for.
Okay. So did they? Oh, here we go. Beltran. Okay, it's not here.
Moises Beltran.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. Orville Edwards. Come on up. This is cause number 23 CCCR 1172. Case of style of state of Texas versus Orville Edwards. Mr. Edwards, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Edwards?
I'm doing pretty good. What about you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Edwards, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Edwards, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Edwards, you may put your hand down. Mr. Edwards, you're represented in your case by your attorney Jennifer DeLodge. Attorney DeLodge, how are you doing?
Pretty good.
Ms. DeLodge, do you waive a record in Mr. Edwards' case?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Edwards, I have before me a document that is titled Information Sheet. This information sheet was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information sheet, it alleges that you, Orville Edwards, on or about April 12th of 2023, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 2A. Mr. Edwards, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to discharge Mr. Edwards, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Okay, I think the paperwork has no contest. So you pleaded no contest?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to contest or fight the charges?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Edwards, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. It's also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, I do.
On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials on a line next to a box that's checked no contendere, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir. I do.
On page 3 of this same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir. I do.
And on the next document that is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there's one box that's checked. The box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, I do.
I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, I do.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
It is.
Mr. Edwards, before you sign and initial all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes.
And did you read and understand everything that she went over?
Yes, I do.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Edwards, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me States Exhibit 1, state, like the office States 1.
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections? No objections. States Exhibit 1 will be admitted. Mr. Lodge, you've advised in counsel, Mr. Edwards, is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Edwards, your attorney, Mr. Lodge, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Definitely.
Has she provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Definitely.
Mr. Edwards, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given, and I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
The agreement is a plea to the state's offer of 8 days jail with 8 days credit. It's a time served plea, court costs or tax retired in this case.
Mr. Evans, the state is offering that you serve 8 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail because you've already served 8 days in Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you'll be given credit for the time that you have already served. The court costs in this case of $377, you will not have to pay it because the time that you have spent in jail has already paid it off. Therefore, the court costs will be taxed and retired. Mr. Evans, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Definitely.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Edwards, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered to, with the state, Mr. Edwards. This will conclude your case. You're gonna stand next to your attorney, follow the directions of our court administrator and the bailiff. Once you finish following in their directions, you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day, Mr. Lodge. You'll be free to go. You have a blessed day and nice seeing you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. What's- Okay, so you want to hire your own attorney?
Sir.
Okay, this is Mr. Junior. Number two, he's second on page 6. Mr. Junior, could you step to the side and hand me that clipboard that you have?
And if you notice on, like, I just was, I
Okay,
need to find, get me a load of somebody that's gonna help me.
that's right.
I can't make none of that.
Okay, well, okay, now you can stand back there. Now, this is cause number 23 CCCR 1776, 1778. Mr. Junior, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Junior, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Junior, I have before me a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without an Attorney. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Are these your initials on the line that state you'd like to have your case reset to hire your own attorney?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Junior, before you sign and initial this document, did you read the document?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct
Yes,
to
sir.
the best of your knowledge?
Sir.
Okay, Mr. Junior, I read your answers. Just have a seat in that first chair by the wall. And your case is gonna be reset to give you an opportunity to hire your attorney,
Yes, sir. Thank you.
okay?
He's across the street.
Okay.
Yeah, he went in front of the judge, yeah.
Okay. Ms. Mosby.
It's getting reset.
Can they bring him over here? Cause he has a motion to withdraw. We need him brought over here. They need to bring him over
Yeah,
here.
text her and let her know.
Okay,
Bring him over.
yeah, he has a lawyer over here. Yeah.
What's your next one?
Thank you.
That door is locked. You gotta go through the other door. Beltran?
Right,
Okay. Marcy Beltran?
okay.
Okay. Step right here. Okay, so remember everything we discussed.
We gotta get a prosecutor.
Mr. Beltran, is forward.
Jefferson County Court at law number 2 is in session. The court is in session and calls number M 33 2240. Case is style the state of Texas versus Moise Beltran. Mr. Beltran, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Beltran, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Beltran, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Beltran, you may put your hand down. Mr. Beltran, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney James Padgett. Attorney Padgett, do you waive a record in Mr. Beltran's case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Beltran, I have before me a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Moise Beltran, on or about April 2nd of 2022, while you were operating a motor vehicle in a public place in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed a Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated with an alcohol concentration of 0.15 or more. Mr. Beltran, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Beltran, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Okay.
Now, you're pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges? Mr. Beltran, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, there is a signature, there are a set of initials on a line that is titled no contingent, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document that is titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement? The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Now, Mr. Beltran, before you sign and initial these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney go over these documents with you? Did your attorney go over these documents with you? And did you understand everything that he went over?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Mr. Beltran, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
State I have before me, states, is it number 1 state, you like off states 1?
Yes, Judge.
Any objections?
No objections to states 1, Your Honor.
No objection, states exhibit 1 will be admitted into evidence. Mr. Padgett, you've advised in counsel, Mr. Beltran, is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None, Your Honor.
Mr. Beltran, your attorney, Mr. Padgett, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Beltran, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. We have, what's his court cost? 377. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
In exchange for the defendant's plea of no contest, the state is offered 90 days over 1 year probation, $500 fine, 60 hours community service, court calls, CWI education, and interlock.
Okay, now, Mr. Beltran, the state is offering that you serve 90 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you'll not be required to serve 90 days in Jefferson County Jail because you'll be placed on probation for a period of 1 year. Now, during the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $500 plus a fine, a DPS fine of $100. You'll also be required to pay court costs of $377. You'll be required to pay probation fee of $60 a month, your analysis fee of $15 a month, and a reimbursement fee of $15. Your total month, and you will also be required to pay the Jefferson County DWI initial evaluation fee of $125 on the day of the Should a further evaluation be needed, you'll be required to pay an additional $50. Now, your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you're on probation, is $172 a month. Will you be able to pay the $172 each month? You also be required to perform 60 hours of community service, attend and complete a DWI education class, have an alcohol assessment. You'll be required to install an interlock device on any vehicle that you own and operate, and you'll be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of DWI probation. Mr. Beltran, do you understand the state's offer?
Sure.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Beltran, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Mr. Beltran, this will conclude your case. You're gonna stand next to your attorney, follow the directions of the court administrator and the bailiff. Once you finish following their directions, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Paget, I think
Yes, Your Honor.
you're free to go as well. I think
Yes,
it's
Your Honor.
your last case. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, Mr. Mayfield, you represented in this case by Attorney Peter Doyle. The court has a note here that if Mr. Doyle did not appear, he's gonna rescind his appointment. So his appointment is being rescinded, and you will be appointed another attorney. That attorney is Attorney Jack Lawrence. What's his name? Mayfield. Mr. Mayfield. Mr. Lawrence is going to be given information to contact you. You will also be given information to contact him. Our court coordinator is going to give you that information. Once you get the information from the court coordinator, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Now, Mr. Mayfield, just have a seat in that third chair on the wall. Yes. Mr. Sheriff, would you please come forward? This is cause number 23 Sierra 0480, case of style of state of Texas versus John Michael Shear. Mr. Shear, is that your full name? How you doing, Mr. Shear? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Now, Mr. Shear, your attorney of record is Justin Eaton. Is that correct?
Yes.
And sir,
I am not Justin Eaton. I'm one of his, one of the other partners in the firm, Ben Flory. I'll be filing a motion to substitute.
okay.
And
Now let me do this here, Mr. Shear. Does Mr. Flory have your permission to stand in for Mr. Eaton?
yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Mr. Flory, how are you doing?
Doing well, sir. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking.
Good to be
Now,
here.
that's good. Now, what is your announcement in Mr. Shear's case?
Well, we're still negotiating. I've provided some information to the prosecutor.
Okay.
We haven't had discovery yet. It's
Okay.
been opened up to us as of today, I suppose.
Okay,
So I'd like to have more time to review that.
okay. Could you give us a reset date? How much time do y'all need?
February is all right. You have that?
February? Okay.
Valentine's Day?
No, yeah, sure, yeah.
Did you say February 14th? All right, that's good for me.
Okay.
I've got a whole lot going on.
Okay. This
Hope
is,
y'all do.
this case will be reset to February 14th, 2024. Mr. Shear, you're gonna get your reset from the attorney. Attorney Flurry, once you get your reset, you're free to go. You have a blessed day, and Attorney Flurry, you're free to go as well.
One other matter, Mr. Shear comes in from New Mexico. He lived here, but now he's moved.
Mr.
And I was thinking about maybe
Hubel?
doing Zoom next time.
Okay, yeah, it's not gonna be moved, so we'll allow him to do Zoom on that day.
Okay.
Okay, you have any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, no problem.
Or if we get it worked out, we'll be here.
Right,
Thank you.
no problem. All right.
Here's your reset.
Mr. Faggart, you can come on out. Hold on, let's see. We're gonna get Sarah.
Yeah.
I think this is an off-docket matter.
It is, Your Honor. Tomorrow, to my understanding, I just received notice that Randall Stewart, the man that's been in.
They just restored his competency, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, and it probably on the.
Send it to you, Ms. Packard.
That'll work. I appreciate your courtesy, Judge.
Okay, we'll see you later.
Thank you.
Anyway, he made version.
Mr. Rennes is gonna.
Hopefully. As on the. This is cause number 23 CCCR 1758. Case of style of state of Texas versus Gregorio Humberto Flores III. Mr. Flores is on Zoom. Mr. Flores, you can take your mic off of mute.
You got him muted, Judge.
No, but he has done, I can't unmute him. I can mute him, but not unmute him. Like he's trying to take it off. Oh, that's
here.
it. Okay, now, Mr. Flores, thank you for being patient. Your attorney is, in this case, is Attorney Dustin Galmore. Attorney Galmore is not here. However, standing in for Attorney Galmore is his partner, Jared Gilthorpe. Does Mr. Gilthorpe have your permission to stand in for Attorney Galmore?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Gilthorpe, how are you doing?
Doing well, man.
And what is your announcement in Mr. Flores' case?
Mr. Gilmore informed me that they're still working on discovery. I believe he might have all the discovery, but he needed one reset to go over that with the defendant.
Okay, give us a reset date. Okay, Mr. Mr. Flores, your attorney. Your case is represented to the February 14, 2024. Your attorney and your bondsman will be given notice of your reset. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. Thanks for being patient with us. You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
You too, Your Honor. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, he's right here. He's on Zoom. Okay, this is cause number 23CCCR 1350, case of style the state of Texas versus Sherry Dawn Jones. Ms. Jones, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Ms. Jones?
Fine.
Okay, Ms. Jones, you're represented by your attorney Nathan Reynolds, who's appearing via Zoom. Mr. Reynolds, how are you doing?
Well, Judge,
Mr. Reynolds, what is your announcement in Ms. Jones' case?
uh, Judge, I don't have her discovery presently, and I'd ask for maybe a 30-day reset to let me get the discovery and go over that with Ms. Jones.
Okay, give us a reset date. Okay, this case will be reset to February 14th of 2024. Ms. Jones, you're gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset from our court coordinator, you're free to go. Thanks for being patient with us, and you have a blessed day.
So can you tell me how I contact my attorney?
That information is gonna be on your paperwork.
Thank you.
All right. And Mr. Reynolds, we also have another case. This other case is cause number 23CCCR 2320, case is style of state of Texas versus Amanda Anderson. And presently we have in court attorney Adams, Frank Adams, who is stating that he's filing a motion to substitute
Okay,
on that case. And
Tell him I just pled her on 2 felonies.
you can come on up.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, he said that he had just pled her on 2 felonies.
okay.
Okay. And so they're gonna do a substitute and they want to dispose of that case today. Okay, you was breaking up. I didn't hear what you said.
So that,
You're breaking up real bad. We can't. I see your lips moving, but we can't hear anything.
I
Okay.
understand.
Okay. All right. All right. We'll talk to you later. Have a blessed day. All right.
Wait a
All right.
Yeah, I was like, he said it was an objection. I think he was appointed, so he doesn't.
Yeah. This is cause numbers M320785 and cause number M320787. Both cases are filed the state of Texas versus Ryan Lee Moore. Mr. Moore, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Moore?
I'm here.
That's good. Now, Mr. Moore, you're represented in your cases by your attorney Bruce Smith. Attorney Smith is not here. However, standing in for Attorney Smith is Attorney Brenna Mitchell. Mr. Smith, hold on a minute.
I just went to felony court and there. Yeah, I know the couple words before.
Oh, these are old, yeah. Okay, now, Mr. Moore, Mr. Smith has filed motions to withdraw as your attorney of record in these cases. Did you have an opportunity to review the motion?
I don't even know who Mr. Smith is.
Bruce Smith,
Your attorney?
your attorney?
I've had I had Mike Van Zant for my felony, and whenever I went to court for that, I don't.
That was on the felonies. But on these misdemeanors, hold on a minute.
Motion to withdraw, we were
October 22nd, 2020. He was hired October, whatever.
Oh, yes. I know who Bruce Smith is.
Oh.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Oh,
That's correct.
He doesn't have an attorney.
These are MTRPs?
Yes. Both of it, both.
Well, those are the MTRPs and he was given probation? So he was the initial attorney.
Bruce Smith was.
I remember Bruce Smith.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what?
It's just been so long.
I don't think he needed to file no motion to withdraw because
No.
he didn't file it.
out.
Yeah, he wasn't retained on the MTRPs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So at this time, you don't have an attorney. And so what we can do, because you have motion to revoke probations,
Yes, sir.
which you have a right to have an attorney. Mr. Mitchell, you free to go?
Oh, thank you.
You have a blessed day.
Good to see you.
And so you have a right to have an attorney.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Actually, regarding your right to have an attorney, Ms. Mosby, could you hand him this document?
Clipboard.
Yeah, she's handing you a clipboard. On that clipboard, the first document is judge's explanation of rights to a defendant without an attorney. And I'm going to go over this document, which states that as a defendant in a criminal case, you have three options. Number one, you may hire an attorney. Do you understand that option?
Yes.
Number two, if you do not have enough money to hire an attorney, you may request an attorney be appointed to represent you. Do you understand that option?
Yes.
And number three, you may represent yourself. Do you understand that option? Now, if you want an attorney to represent you and you have enough money to hire an attorney, the case will be reset. Reset means that you'll be given another court date to give you time to hire an attorney. If you want an attorney and do not have the money to hire one, you will need to fill out a financial questionnaire. Now, the financial questionnaire is the third document on that clipboard. It is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Injuries. You would have to fill out that financial questionnaire so that the proper person can determine whether or not to appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Now, if you want to represent yourself, you will have to first sign a written waiver of your right to be represented by an attorney. In essence, you'll be waiving your right to have an attorney or giving up your right to have an attorney. And once you do that, you'll be allowed to speak to the prosecutor about your case. Now, you may not speak to the prosecutor about your case unless you sign a written waiver of your right to be represented by an attorney.
Yes, sir.
Be aware that there are dangers to self-representation. Waiving your right to an attorney and representing yourself may result in a worse outcome for you and your case, including the loss of significant legal rights and opportunities relating to military service, possession of a firearm, housing and public benefits, child custody, immigration status for non-citizens, and employment. Now, if you choose to proceed without an attorney, you may change your mind at any time and may request that an attorney be appointed to represent you. Do you understand that? Now, at the bottom of that document, in bold letters, it states defendant's choice, marking issues next to only one choice. If your choice is to hire your own attorney, you'll place your initials on the first line to the left. If you've already hired an attorney to represent you in this case, you'll place your initials on the second line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. If your choice is to have a court-appointed attorney, then you'll place your initials on the third line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. If you've already been a court-appointed, if you have already been appointed a court-appointed attorney in this case, then you'll place your initials on the fourth line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. If you want to waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself, then you'll place your initials on the fifth line to the left. Okay, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, does he have a pen?
I don't. If I were to get a court-appointed attorney and change to get a paid attorney later on, is that possible?
That's possible. Yes.
Okay.
Court is back in session in two cases. Cause numbers M320785 and cause number M320787. Both cases are style of state of Texas versus Ryan Lee Moore. Mr. Moore, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Moore, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Sir,
Mr. Moore, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Moore?
best as I can.
Oh, that's good. Now, Mr. Moore, I have before me two documents. The first document is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without an Attorney. Do you recognize this document?
Yes,
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
yes, sir.
And are these your initials on the line that states you'd like to apply for court-appointed attorney? I also have a document that is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Injuries. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of the same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Moore, before you signed and initialed these documents that I just showed you, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
And did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Mr. Moore, I read your answers. Based on your answers, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. And the attorney that will be appointed to represent you in this case is Attorney Todd LeBlanc. Attorney LeBlanc will be giving information to contact you, and you will be given information to contact Mr. LeBlanc. Our court coordinator is going to give you that information. And once you get the information, you're free to follow the bailiff, and you have a blessed day. Do you need him to come back up to your window, or?
So what happened on the spelling case today? He didn't do anything.
Did they reset your case? They gave you
It was
another court
pushed
date?
back to review it with my probation officer to get reinstated.
Okay.
If I can explain, maybe any chance?
I mean, okay, let me tell you this here. You have a right to remain silent. Anything that you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Understand.
You have a right to have an attorney appointed with you doing any questioning. Now, you have been appointed an attorney. You probably need to talk to your attorney before you
Yes, sir.
make any statements.
Yes, sir. You're right. I understand.
You don't know
Do we need to give him his
I I don't know what they should do.
it's not in the computer?
They said 30 days.
It'll be in January sometime, but yeah, we don't know.
What they're going to do is, we're gonna reset this case with your, felony case.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what's gonna happen, and yeah, this will be sent to your attorney. And, as we said earlier, your attorney is gonna be visiting you, should be visiting you within the next, how long, the attorney should make contact with him within 24 hours? His attorney's gonna make contact with him within 24 hours? All right. Is he free to follow the bailiff? Is he free to follow the bailiff?
Yes.
Okay, just follow the bailiff and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Same to you.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Oh, no, you don't do that because there's no way they can reinforce to pay it.
You only
Okay, this is cause number 23CCCR 2320. Case is filed in the state of Texas versus Amanda Anderson. Miss Anderson, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Miss Anderson?
Good.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Miss Anderson. You're represented in your case by your attorney, Frank Adams. Attorney Adams, how are you doing?
Doing fine, Judge.
That's good. And Mr. Adams, do you waive a record
We-
in Miss Anderson's case?
Yes, sir.
And the state is represented in this case by Attorney Sarah Staub. Attorney Staub, how are you doing?
Good, Your Honor.
Okay. Miss Anderson, let's see, did we swear you in? Miss Anderson, do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You may put your hand down. Miss Anderson, I have before me a document that is titled Information Sheet. This information sheet was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information sheet, it alleges that you, Amanda Anderson, on or about August 31st of 2022, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense, possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 3, less than 28 grams. Miss Anderson, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Miss Anderson, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, no contest?
No contest.
Now, you pleaded not contest freely and voluntarily.
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Player Management, is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Ms. Anderson, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, there's a set of initials, AA, on a line next to a box that's checked no contingent, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of this same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Anderson, I have another document here that is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. You recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
Second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Anderson, before you sign any initial these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney, Mr. Adams, go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything that Mr. Adams went over?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Anderson, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. State, would you like to offer State's Exhibit Number 1 into evidence?
Yes, Your Honor.
No objection.
No objections. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Adams, you've advised and counseled Ms. Anderson. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None that I'm aware of.
And Ms. Anderson, your attorney, Mr. Adams, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Anderson, I will accept your plea no contest, I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given, and I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
It's 30 days in the county jail with 30 days credit, tax or retire, all court costs.
Ms. Anderson, the state is offering that you serve 30 days in Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail because you've already served 30 days in Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you'll be given credit for the time that you have already served. The court costs in this case will be taxed and retired. That simply means that you will not be required to pay the court costs because the time that you have spent in jail has already paid off the court costs. Therefore, the court costs will be taxed and retired. Ms. Anderson, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Anderson, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Ms. Anderson, just have a seat, and the bailiff and the court administrator is going to call you up to get your prints and signature. Once you get your prints and signature, you can follow the bailiff and you have a blessed day.
Yes,
And Mr.
sir.
Adams, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Okay. Next case is cause number M327432. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Xavier Holloman. Xavier Holloman was scheduled to be in court this morning at 9 a.m. for the court's announcement docket. At or about 9 a.m., Xavier Holloman's name was called. Xavier Holloman did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Mr. Holloman an opportunity to appear in court. He has not appeared in court. State, Ms. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Xavier Holloman at the courthouse door? Xavier Holloman's name was just called at the courthouse door. Xavier Holloman did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Mr. Holloman an opportunity to appear in court. He has not appeared in court. State, do you have a motion? That motion will be granted. Xavier Holloman's bond will be forfeited, and a warrant shall be issued for his arrest in cause number M327432. And this will conclude the calling of the court's announcement docket on today's date, November 29th, 2023, in County Court at Law number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas. Everyone, please have a blessed day.